Welcome back. Peace, peace, peace. Welcome back to the family. I'm Absolute, and this is the Diaspora Discourse. And so today I've got a video, controversial, and to be quite frank and honest, this is like my fourth time trying to do this video. Reason being is because I don't wanna, be as if to say I'm attacking people or being aggressive towards people. But it's a touchy subject that needs to be spoken about, especially within the Black diaspora. And yeah, it's one of those things that we have to understand what's going on and we have to take note of what's happening, especially since we are not the drivers, so to speak, in the car. We're literally the passengers. So we need to see what the destination is or what the outcome is going to become. Anyway, before I go on, like, subscribe, leave a comment, help me boost up my algorithms and all that kind of stuff. Much love, much appreciated. So let's just jump into it and we'll talk about it as we go along as usual. Anyway, peace to you.
If you've not heard about what's going on in Ghana at the moment, here is a rundown. An extremely inhumane anti-LGBTQ+ bill is waiting on being reviewed and signed by the President of Ghana. This bill makes it a criminal offense to identify as LGBT. Sounds crazy, right? No, I know. This bill asks people to turn on their family and friends who are LGBTQ+ and hand them into the authorities for necessary action. This bill carries up to a 3-year prison term for being queer or an ally and a 3 to 5 year sentence for promoting or supporting LGBTQ+ rights. Not only this, but the rehabilitation spoken of in this bill is something we have all been fighting to abolish completely here in the UK, conversion therapy. We are going to be protesting at the Ghana High Commission on March 6th from 5 p.m. Bring your friends, family, allies, mentors, anyone you know who believes all people deserve to live freely and without fear and threat of persecution. Hopefully, that's a lot of you. I hope to see you on March 6th so we can stand up for our siblings who are being forced into hiding. We can action true change if we all band together in all areas of the world in which injustice exists. We can free Palestine. We can keep our siblings safe. Please join us in fighting for freedom.
Before we go on to the next, I need to quickly speak on this person. The issue is this. So back in the days, we're talking in the 1800s, going into the early 1900s, there was a Ghanaian king who was gay and had gay, relationships. But he was a private man. I say that to say this, that I'll try and look for him and put him up on the video as well. I say that to say this. People generally are not interested in your sexual escapades. The issue becomes when you try to push us or show us your sexual escapades. The thing about it is that human beings, especially when it comes to the so-called Black diaspora or Black Africans, the thing about us is that we are moralistic people. We are not all about the sexual and being sexy and all that. We're more into, let's build this community. Let's build this pyramid. Here's some maths. Here's some technology. Here's some governance. The sex is literally kept behind. Not because it's bad or anything. No, because it's the lower form of our human expression. It's the thing. And the thing about it, it's not really, how can I say it? When it comes to the bearing of fruits, i.e. having children, that's when sex is revered and honored. What this gentleman or person is talking about is nothing more than debauchery. Allow me to be able to do my sexual escapades in public and be as gay and so on and Fruit Loop and all that kind of stuff as much as I want to. No, you cannot. And this is the reason why it's hard for men to or black people, I should say, to understand this thing. Because what you're doing as a man is exhibiting female characteristics. The thing about females is that they're sexual beings. They're closely connected to the ethereal, to the spiritual, because they create the they transform that spark of life into human life. It's within them. That's why they say all the stars and universe is within a woman, because that is a constellation or constellation. It's a fusion of two separate things coming into one to become something other. And women use their sexuality in order to get the best. What that guy is doing is counterproductive to the human psyche. No life comes from you. You do not bear children. Actually, you carry sperm, so life does come from you, but nevertheless, you do not carry the children. So when you're there doing all this sexualized mannerisms and maneuvers and movement, it's like, why? What are you doing? Your argument is null and void, because all you're talking about is for you to be able to be sexually unaccountable. You just want to have just free sex and nobody should say nothing to you. And apparently in the San Francisco Pride, they were literally having sex in the streets. Men pissing on men. Children are there. It makes no sense. And for him to say, oh, I want this to happen in Ghana. No. Stop trying to impose Western ideologies onto African people. We're not the same. That's not our thing. Let them do their thing. If you want to be part of it, move to them and do it. Don't bring it over to us. We're not part of that. I don't understand why it's so hard for so-called gay Africans to understand this. It's literally not quantum physics. It's very simple. If you want to do that, by all means, do it. No one's stopping you. Anyway, let's carry on.
Don't lie, it was this one time that
That's more like it, ain't a pistol.
I fuck this. Like your hair.
Who you picking at me and him?
She outside,
Who
bro.
you picking at me and him?
You sitting right here. You closer to me.
So you picking me?
so you cock blocking?
I told you he was picking Trey.
What she say?
What?
What?
Oh, shit.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait, what? What'd she say?
Transformer.
Hell nah.
So you want my girl?
Nah, I'm straight. I don't know what the fuck going on this couch with. The fuck you recruiting, fool?
Oh, you want my girl or not?
Bruh, y'all both got the role. Hey, where the security at, fool, that you been paying for?
Bro, stop playing with me.
I ain't tell you, bro. My bad. I was sure been looking at it the whole time. I forgot to tell you.
Y'all
Yeah.
ain't hell for this.
This
shit.
who I had a Charleston white grandson. This is who I got the baby by right here.
I ain't gonna lie, this is the most uncomfortable interview ever.
Yo, that's some diabolical shit. Yo, you see, this is why I say to black men, especially of this generation, be exclusive with your sexual exploration. Don't be so free to have sex with so many girls. In this day and age, you just don't know. And don't forget, these are biological men cosplaying as women. Cosplaying as women. So they still have that male mind where they just want to have unbridled sex, unattached sex. And if you fall victim, do not blame anyone. That's on you. Why? Because your lust took over you. Your over sexualization of the female took over you. And that's what the West is nothing more than literally they're just trying to turn into Rome, Greece, an orgy fest. That's what they want. Hence why they were doing what they were doing in San Francisco Gay Pride, having sex in the street, men pissing on men. You know what I mean? Doing diabolical things in front of children. Yo, go research Valentine's Day in Rome back in the day. It's crazy. Yo, men, be careful. Young black men, stop being so free with your sex. Try and hold on to a good woman and then marry her. Okay, fair enough. She's not the one for you, but then don't just jump into another woman's bed. Meditate, restrain yourself, consolidate all you have and find the right one. Trust me, you don't want to be one of these guys. Oh, I got divorced. Oh, I can't see my children because you chose the wrong girl or you got the wrong girl pregnant. In this day and age, shit, you'd be lucky if you were able to get a girl pregnant. Why? Because some of them could be dudes saying, oh, I'm infertile, don't worry about it. You don't need to use a condom. Oh, I can't get pregnant. Why? Oh, I'm infertile. Since when? Oh, it's a long story. I don't want to talk about it. It happens. Yo, that was diabolical. And do you know what killed it? The guy in the cream, that used to be a woman. And the girl sitting next to his left, that used to be a guy. And that used to be a guy impregnated that used to be a girl. This world is gone. We're done. It's cooked. It's done. Yo, I'm telling you, survive. Be one of the survivalists, man. You know when the flood happened? The flood back in the Bible, in the biblical times? People survived. Be one of those survivors, my guy. God damn, that was diabolical. Did you see? And they're laughing at dude. It's a brave new world. Hashtag Albert Huxley, man.
Me, I can deal with not Googling myself, not reading comments. That's something I can control. What people don't realise with trans non-binary people in the UK is it's happening in the street.
Yeah.
Like I'm being abused in the street, verbally, more than I ever have.
Across the street.
Someone spat at me, like in the street. It's crazy. Yeah.
How do you feel in that moment? Like,
If that's happening to me, and I'm famous, I'm a pop star.
yeah.
Can you imagine what other kids, like queer kids, are feeling? And it's just so sad, like, that we're in 2023 and it's still happening.
Are you serious? This is why I can't take... Look, I know gay people, I know lesbian people. You wouldn't know that they are that. You wouldn't know. Do you know why? Because they're reserved. They've got morals. They don't need to parade their sexuality full blast in front of everyone. Oh, I'm gay. Oh, I'm trans. Oh, I'm this. Keep that shit to yourself. Nobody needs to know. And that's the issue. That's the real problem. You're trying to force people into this sexual revolution and oversexed ideology and oh, I could wear what I want and dress anyhow I want, go out in thongs and like, no, people have morals now. And look, I will say this to you. Sexuality and the health of a society go hand in hand. If the society becomes sexually immoral, they start doing craziness, that's the start of the fall of civilization. It happened to Rome, it happened to Egypt, it happened to Greece. Any time a civilization becomes so weird in their sexual proclivities, that society falls. And that's what you're seeing happening to America. Because they're confused. That's what's happening in the West. Lord, they've got a low birth rate. Their policies are every which way. Yeah? The way you guys treat your children, you don't protect them. You don't safeguard your future. That's how you know this society is going to fall. Why? Because they don't even care about their future, which is their children. What are you talking about? Oh, gay children. Why are your children gay? There shouldn't be they should be children. This is the issue. And then they complain, oh, the West is falling. Why do you say that? Because you have no children. Your children are now literally castrating themselves. They're literally destroying their entire bloodlines. And you don't see nothing wrong with that? But hey, what do I know? It is what it is. Yo, life goes on, man. I'm telling you, survive. Anyway, let's carry on.
Don't do it. Ever. Don't do it in 2 years or in 10 years. Do not do it because it's stupid as
I'm so much in touch with my femininity and my feminine side that I forget that I'm not a biological woman, that I can't have a child.
You forget that you can't get pregnant? Do you also forget that you can't even close your eyes or breathe through your nose?
And what are the options available for us to get pregnant?
Jessica is clearly not well when she can't comprehend that she will always be a biological male. And to me, that doesn't sound like a transsexual or a person with gender dysphoria, because it is actually possible to acknowledge your biology when you're a transsexual. So when I hear all these activists being so delusional, like Jessica, I'm doubting if they're actually trans. This doctor she visited also lied to her. He acknowledged her as a woman, like she's a real woman. And I think that's a problem, especially when you're a doctor. You gotta be more honest with your patients when they're that delusional. If you truly cared about your patient, be honest with them. Tell them the truth. It's the doctor's responsibility to say, no can do, my friend. Get out.
Yo, shout out to the offensive tranny. Check him out on YouTube. He gives you truths. You know what I'm saying? It's all about telling the truths, because he's a trans someone who's transitioned from a female into a male. But do you know what? He's honest. He's honest about his life. He's honest about his journey. These are the people. See, this is the thing. There are a lot of delusional, perverted, and weird people on this earth. Yeah. Now, for me to say, oh, all trannies are like that other person that was in the doctor's office. No, there's some people who literally do have an issue, a psychological issue. And the thing about the offensive tranny is that at least he acknowledges it and he says it and says, this is what I need to do to get help. And he tries to warn other people why they shouldn't do it. And then, yo, you need to go check him out and watch his videos, because he will tell you the truth and say, this person is lying and they're gaslighting you and they're talking pure nonsense. They need help. They don't need a transitional kind of situation. And this also attaches to real gay people and those who have deviant sexual urges, like weird sexual urges. They're not the same, because real homosexuals, real gay people, they're very private, very moralistic. They have morals. They're not all about showing off and doing this and doing that in public, and none of that. I trained with a guy for over 10 years. He was gay. He only told us probably the 8th year. Nobody said nothing to him. Safe dude. Nobody knew. Those are I worked with gay people. They don't do nothing weird. They're very, very sensible human beings. Very respectable human beings. Very moralistic human beings. So when I see that, the first guy, oh, that's weird and all this. No, you're just somebody who, you know what I mean, like sex, and you like gay sex, but you overdo it and you wanna, you know what I mean? You want us to accept it so that you can accept yourself. Go do your self healing, my guy. So that's why I don't like to tarnish all people like this, because that's not who they are. There's some real decent human beings. They just happen to have same-sex relationships. That's it. And they're not even publicizing it or broadcasting it. They're very, very humble, very respectable about it. But yo, let's carry on, man.
in a crisis. It is tragic to see what women have done with themselves and are continuing to do with themselves because of the reactivity to the wounds that they've experienced with the masculine.
How do you see that playing out?
Men are getting killed. I mean, they're not even physically killed, you know what I mean? I'm almost like using a metaphor, but there's no other way to put it. We are literally eradicating men. And what's really interesting, if you want to know, is that I'm also watching this correspond with what science is going to turn over pretty soon, which is that male children are going to become more rare and more rare and more rare. Because the wounds that feminine has experienced with the masculine have gotten to the point where there's a desire for them not to exist. And when women got to the point right now, we're at a very scary point right now, where most women are realizing that they're doing everything. The question is, where do men fit in? And a lot of women are going to nowhere.
I want you, if you can, to check out The Manipulated Man by Esther Villar. It's on audio book as well, and it's on YouTube, so you can listen to it. I don't agree with everything she says about the female species, because understand, she's talking from a European woman's perspective, not an African woman's perspective. Totally different types of people, because the African woman's perspective, I think her language and her words would have been used differently within the pages of their book. But the manipulated man, I'm telling you, the way and she's a woman, the way she describes European women is not very nice. It's just telling you that they are very not sadistic, but very sinister creatures. They know how to manipulate and use their sexuality in such a way that they will, use the man for their own comeuppance and their own agendas. And then this goes into the feminist movement, and then it goes into the homosexual and gays and so on and so forth movement. All of them is connected. Look, at the end of the day, the rise of the homosexual man and so on and so forth is why. Why do you think that is? It's not something, homosexuality has been around since the dawn of time. That's not the issue. The issue is, why is it getting such traction in this modern day age? It's because the woman, the European woman, has decided that she wants to control the narrative of the situation. That's why you have the DEI, wokeism, and I hate these terminologies because the woke came from black people and we used it to describe ourselves. But once again, here we go with integration and, oh, you can use all our stuff, and yeah, no. But nevertheless, it's a thing of, they've used and hijacked the Caucasian man to become effeminate. His masculinity is down the drain. Hence, that's why there's a low testosterone rate within the Western Hemisphere. In a few years' time, if you go read some journals, Africa will be, their population will skyrocket. Europe, in the next few years, this is why I'm talking to my black brothers and sisters, my black family of the diaspora. Get yourself correct. Things are happening. I don't know why people are more involved in football. We're going to do a video on that, than what the hell is really going on. Lines are being drawn. Factions are being formed. People are tightening up in their communities. My brothers and sisters are still talking about drills. Yo, understand what is going on. What this video right now is just basically something in regards to how black people need to really watch their kids and watch their surroundings and governance, because as you can see, it's within the West, there's a low birth rate, high rate of male suicides, and very soon they're not going to be male boys and the women not really caring. So, yo, black men and women, wake up. Times are changing. It's either you adapt or you ain't gonna survive. Anyway, my time has come. I would like to say thank you for all the people's videos I used. Their names should come up very soon. And on top of that, yeah, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know your views about this subject, because as a black person, I think it's something important that we need to talk about. I don't think it's something that we should just, absorb and adopt into our cultures. I mean, that's not where we come from. And if you are so-called black and you do fall into that category, no one is hating on you. But let's do it in such a way that you're not disrespecting your ancestors. Do it in such a way that you're not letting down black people, like the first gentleman coming out there. I don't know if his parents are even talking to him. There's no need for you to do that, but it's your life. You do as you please. Anyway, be safe, love yourself, respect others. Yeah. More importantly, respect others, but please do love yourselves. So once again, like, subscribe, leave a comment. I've been Absolute. This has been the Diaspora Discourse. Peace and shalom.